Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. Part 2. Sylphy was in high spirits since early morning. This sort of thing is the role of the wife after all, leave it to me. And since early morning she's been going around preparing this and that. It seems when I wasn't looking, Sylphy learned cooking as well. It seems that she was taught generally everything that a wife needs to do. The spare rooms on the second floor as well were prepared for the sake of this day. Though I say that, we just brought in a simple bed, closet, table, chairs, and some water jugs, for the sake of the worst case where anyone feels bad. While the preparations were steadily being made, the first ones to appear were Rinia and Pursena. It was about 2 hours before the appointed time. I wondered if these fellows mistook the time. In our common sense, the fastest one to the celebration place gets the prey Nua. Right, Nano, we came to be number one. It's proof of our devotion to Boss Nano. They came along carrying a large wild boar with them. In the case of the beast race, at times when they plan to attend a marriage, it seems common for them to get up early in the morning and then bring the ingredients they capture then. The earlier they get up and return to the place itself shows the scale of respect for the other side, it seems. When I asked what they do if they can't capture anything, and it seems in that case they intended to buy something in the market. I guess it's that kind of thing. Their attire is the Magic University uniform. I was the one that decided on this. There's an intense difference in wealth between the invitees. If any of them puts too much fighting spirit into their appearance, the others might feel left out. Luckily as it is, all of those attending have a uniform. Ah, no, since only Julie doesn't have one. A new one was bought for her though. For the period before dining starts, the two were relaxing in the living room. Entertainment is the job of the husband. The two were outside since morning, so it seems their bodies were chilly. On the warmest sofa in front of the fireplace, Rinia and Pursena were clinging in a ball. Nevertheless, I couldn't have possibly imagined Boss and Fitz would be getting married. Nia, as I thought Fitz was a woman. Nano, I thought that might be the case by the smell. Right, Nia? But with this I can understand it, Nia. While the two were saying things like that, they were warming each other up. Incidentally, the matter of Sylphy equals Fitz has already been informed to the invitees. For the time being, we did say that they shouldn't reveal it too much, but it can't be helped if it's already known to some degree. What have you come to understand? While serving warm tea, I asked the two that the boss's preference is for small ones. Even though you were scattering that much of the scent of sexual desire, the reason you never came to attack us as well was because of a problem with preference. Nia. How rude these fellows can be. That almost makes it sound like I'm a hentai that goes around indiscriminately attacking women. Really, what rude fellows. How about I grope you? While thinking as such, not even a burp will come out. Just yesterday, I completely left Sylphy drenched. I left all of my desire inside of Sylphy. Today I am a sage. The second ones who came along, unexpectedly, were Zenoba and Julie. 1 hour before the start. Excuse me. We found a good doll on the way. Unintentionally it ended up taking my attention. If Julie hadn't been here it might have been dangerous. Zenoba saying that. Julie was wearing the Magic University uniform. The hobbit size. It fits snugly, almost like a doll. Grand Master, for the invite today, thank you very much. While saying that, Julie lifted the hem of her skirt and politely greeted me. How cute. After glancing at Zenoba, and he was lowering his head as well. Just like that, with a humble tone he said it. Teacher Rudeus Grarit, I'm grateful for the invitation to the celebration. Oh, Zenoba is being normal. That's right. This guy, it's not like he can't particularly greet properly, right? Alright, here I'll learn from it and do it seriously as well. Your Highness Zenoba, for today. Ah, Shisho. There's no need to humble yourself for me. It's just a matter of formality. Shisho, the same as always. I'd prefer if you treat me carelessly. I see, then rest in the room over there. Wawawa, understood. Now, Julie, let's go. What's with that? I feel lost for deciding to take it seriously. And while I was thinking that as well, I prepared some tea. Even if the treatment is careless, I'm the husband, they're the guests after all. While I was thinking such, I heard Rinia and Pursena's boasting voice come from the living room. Somehow it seems, they're boasting about how they were the first here. I could hear Zenoba's mortified voice from being slightly late. I'm glad it's fun more than anything. The third one to arrive was the Ariel party. They arrived around 30 minutes before it starts. Ariel and Luke, as well as 2 female students that I feel like I've seen somewhere. They're Princess Ariel's attendants, Sylphy's comrades. I'll treat them equally. Thank you very much for the invitation this day. Since the etiquette of the common folk are somewhat distant, please forgive us for the rudeness. The one who lowered her head while saying that was Ariel. I certainly thought the one to lower their head would be Luke or one of the attendants, but they might have been matching up to this side. Since there are many races in attendance, please don't bother about matters of etiquette. Rather, I'm uneasy about this side being impolite. I'm grateful. You all. After Ariel exchanged looks and the two attendants stepped forward. I'm Ariel Sama's attendant. My name is Elmore Blue Wolf. Similarly, my name is Corrine Elrond. Putting aside their names, at least their family names are easy to remember. Blue Wolf and a legendary knight, huh? My name is a gray rat. Among the nobles of Asura Kingdom, many of their names have a combination of colors and animals, I'm sure. Since that's the case, white female deer should be the same. In that case, would it be white deer, or how did it go again? Uma as horse and Baka as fool. In other words, taking a room would be to take a hall. A white tomorrow is waiting for me. Please accept these gifts. The two handed the object in their hands to me. A box wrapped in an expensive-looking cloth. It's a congratulatory gift for your marriage. This is, thank you for your courtesy. Thank you very much. We chose something that would be useful in your marriage life after this. Please check inside. Since I was prompted, I looked inside, and was lost for words. A small bottle packed with a pink-colored fluid and a wooden rod. If I were to put it directly, it's an aphrodisiac and a large dildo. What is this? I can't imagine that a man from the Grey Rats would be unable to satisfy a woman, but if there's a necessity for it, please use it. Wah, yes. Ariel was composed. I wonder if this is normal. Luke as well, the other two were composed as well. The culture is different. I lead the four into the living room. And then, Rinia and Pursena started to release a tense atmosphere. They better not be intending to get into a fight. No matter how much they are of the beast race, they shouldn't do anything to destroy the atmosphere of a celebratory gathering. After sending such a gaze, and it seems the two guessed it, it's been a long time, Rinia-san, Pursena-san. That time I've troubled you quite a bit. It's been a long time, NYA. The trouble was mutual, Nano. Ariel sat down nearby those two while letting out an airily voice. The remaining three were all still standing. For the time being, I sent Zenoba a wink to stop them if anything happens. Zenoba nodded with an humu, and it seems he somewhat misunderstood, because he stood up and lowered his head towards Ariel. I'm grateful to make your acquaintance, Princess Ariel. The third prince of Sharon Kingdom, favorite disciple of Rudeus Greyrat. I am known as Zenoba Sharon. Oh my, if it's Prince Zenoba. Above all, it's great you're in good health. We did greet soon after you entered school, but have you forgotten? Please excuse me for this. After all, I'm a Miko of superhuman strength. I'm all strength, so my intelligence isn't making the rounds. Oh my, I've heard that you've been leaving high results in your earth magic classes lately. All of it is the result of my master's teachings. I was a bit surprised by Zenoba's high social skills as I prepared the tea. The ones who appeared to the utmost limit 15 minutes before the start were Cliff and Elinalise, and then Nanahoshi. What an unusual assortment. I thought Nanahoshi would come alone. We found her confused in front of the gate. She's an acquaintance, right? Yeah, of course. She's Silent 7-Star San. After saying that, Cliff looked at her with a startled face. Somehow it seems that Cliff has never seen her. I see, you're that Silent. HNN, I'm Cliff. I'm sure you've at least heard the name before? Yeah, I've heard the name. Just the name, that is. They say you're a genius. I'm Silent. A forced monotone exchange. An intense sensation of pretending to know. Probably, she doesn't know a single thing about Cliff. Cliff seems to be in good humor though, so I'm not going to say anything. It's good to make your acquaintance. I'm Elinalise Dragonroad. That's a lovely mask, isn't it? Thank you. Your hairstyle is lovely as well. Nanahoshi replied in a monotone voice. Watching her exchanges gives me the chills. Even though I say that, Nanahoshi doesn't want to get involved in anything troublesome as well. I'm sure she won't swallow any poison. Honestly, I never thought Nanahoshi would come. Just in case I passed her an invitation and she accepted that. However, at that point in time she never said she would go. Getting married, you really intend to live on this side, don't you? She just said that with an emotionless voice. For the time being, I'll try talking to her with a whisper. How unusual, for you to leave that room. You invited me, right? I guess so. Well, take it easy for today. We've prepared something like potato chips after all. Potato chips? You've made potato chips? Thanks to you, cooking oil for food purposes was easy to get our hands on after all. That's amazing. It's not amazing, right? They're just potatoes that have been cut thinly, fried in oil, and salted. Since the oil, salt, and potatoes are all different, the flavor is also a bit different from our previous world. In that case, please excuse me. Elinalise took along Cliff and Nanahoshi and broke into the living room. There was no hesitation in those footsteps. Her social status being an adventurer would be the second from the bottom, only above Julie. But, it seems she's not the type to be bothered over that. If the race is different, then social status is something that doesn't really matter, I guess. The two who entered the living room were the same as always. Cliff started with a loud voice and made the atmosphere worse, and Elinalise followed through with that. It's not like Cliff had any ill intent, but he always does a good job at saying things to throw water on the situation. Nanahoshi was fundamentally remaining silent, but if someone went to talk to her she would reply. She would converse as well. I thought she was a communication-impaired hikikomori, but it seems that's not the case. After a short while, Sylphy came to report that the preparations were complete. Now then, all that's left is just Batagati. If he comes too late, the cooking will get cold. And just as I was starting to worry over it, Elinalise opened her mouth. There's no way Batagati will come on time. For people who live in denominations of thousands of years, time is loose. It's better to think he'll end up showing a month late. With those words, we decided to start the dinner as scheduled. Sorry about that, Batty. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more, and don't forget to like the videos.